Notice YouTube is a lot of y'all are new here. So this is what y'all have to understand from my perspective, okay? And I was gonna make this a video, this game right here, but I chose not to because I want to talk to y'all, right? Because some of y'all are still not understanding from my perspective. Now I played this game yesterday, right? Tell me what you see, okay? Now, before we go into discussions of what we see, I'm gonna tell you what you see. You're going to see everything that I've been talking about for the last couple of years. And y'all might be wondering, like, bro, what's the point of these videos? The fact that this right here is the normal outcome of a random rec experience is absolutely pathetic and it's an embarrassment, right? But wait, J man, we got to go back and don't ignore what you see on the screen. Yes, the PG 3 points, 7 assists, 4 turnovers, 1 for 3, didn't do nothing. The center, D teammate grade, seven points, 4 rebounds, 5 steals, 7 turnovers, 2 for 5 from the field, right? We lost the game by 6 points, right? But the two key players that need to show up, not there, right? But let's go back, right? Let's go back because last time I checked, I was making these videos, okay? And this is why I have my perspective and my opinion on especially the old head community. I understand it's not every old head, but the fact that I've already covered this stuff and it's still a problem, and every time when I experience the problem, it's 9 times out of 10 a grown person playing. Stop asking me how do I know they're in the game chat. You can hear them talk. We understand. We know, okay? But I made these videos. It's not 2005. You old heads are still not getting it. Clearly, people still aren't because it's just getting worse and worse. If we go right here, I said I'm explaining why 2K build videos are all of this stuff I covered, right? But you see how people act like it never happened, right? So a lot of y'all that are new to this channel, I'm showing you why I feel the way I feel. Because if you look at the screen, J Mid was making these videos, okay? Me, I was making these videos. I said, please stop making point guards if you cannot contribute to anything. We're not talking about being comp at the game. I told you, I don't even like hearing the word comp. I really don't. I really don't because it's just my personal opinion. A lot of people try to use it. Like I see a lot of people don't try to say, oh, I'm comp. I really don't know. To me, if you were comp, it was only about a few people out there. It wasn't the whole world. And I don't claim to be comp. That's not what this video is about. The point was my videos were for fundamentals, like the basic things like impact, do your job, right? And people ignored these videos like, hey, bro, he just talking. But if you look at the screen, look, I was making these videos. And what some of y'all right now that are new to this channel remind me of this guy right here. He was doing the same typing that y'all was doing, right? And I think I banned this guy already, by the way, too, because I gave him 24 hours, last year or 2 years ago to explain um, what I dealt with in the video. And he basically said, show your audience your ability to run an offense, have all the answers, right? And all he basically was saying, show that I could play PG instead of just criticizing randoms, right? And I did that. And what do you think he did? He disappeared, right? He acted like his video never happened. Okay, another video. We talking about Biggs and solo rec. I mean, y'all are seeing his man got 35, he got 99. I mean, you really can't see it, right? Because, obviously it was a video I made. But the point is, I was making these videos about the experience, about what was going on this mode, and which is why I want the mode gone because it just gets worse and worse and worse the more we talk about it, right? Look, 80% of the rec community plays like this, right? And I even on this video explained what you're supposed to do, right? But people again continue to act like, yo, bro, you just want to bash people. You just want to complain. Gang, I made these videos because I wanted to see change. Because I got tired of going on the game, whether it was 1 or 2 games, because at this point you can't even play 3 at this point because you lose the first 2, you feel like you're about ready to delete the game, right? You can't even go out there and just have your music in because you got people who can't do the basic stuff that I was trying to make these videos about 2 years ago, or you could say a year ago, right? But let's continue. I talked about all of this stuff, and here's the these are not even all the videos. Like I have so much content on this channel that people ignored because they don't, I guess they don't like me or whatever it is. I mean, I really don't care because I'm gonna still do me at the end of the day. I'm still gonna, say what I want to say, believe what I believe. Because these videos, I wasn't just calling people out, right? I was saying, yo, this needs to stop because the game of basketball is simple. And what I tend to see on the internet is, especially in other streamers. Yes, I'll be lurking in other streamers' chats, and I'll be seeing what y'all be saying. A lot of people be saying, bro, the randoms be selling me. Whole entire time, some of y'all lack fundamentals, the basic things about basketball. You don't even know how to play your role correctly. So the point of these videos, right, was to again like show what is going on and show what you needed to do. And then right here, people talk about some bro like this cheating stuff is crazy. People tend to forget people were cheating on 2K24, right? This so-called stuff that you got banned for leaving the game, that was in 2K24 2 years ago. So I'm trying to figure out why is everybody acting like this stuff is brand new. But you see, when I was saying this stuff, nobody cared about it, gang. Everybody just act like I never said anything, right? Again, I'm showing you the experience I dealt with. Now, look at the screen, y'all. You probably can't even see it, right? I said I snapped at this center for saying this to me about shots because the center in this video, right? And if you guys want to see the full videos, you obviously see the title of the video. He basically said, "Oh, you took all the shots." I had no choice. I was on my shooting guard. I was on Cody's build on 2K24, and you see the PG had 5 points and 2 assists. He didn't do nothing. His man also had 24 points. The shooting guard that I was on had 33 points, 8 assists, 11 steals. So yes, we were 14 for 27 from the field and 5 for 9, just so you can win the game. But the center had 13 points and 4 rebounds. Like, bro, and then here we go again. This is what a rec random PG is supposed to look like. I made these videos. I had 10 points on Yella, 13 assists, 5 steals. The whole team got involved. But everybody acts like, bruh, like, okay. But don't tell me okay. And when I make my videos and y'all try to act like I'm just saying things just to say it, because I made these videos to try to fix this problem. Meaning, yo, going into the rec, just chilling, random have your music, and you can't even do that. So the point of these videos was, yo, listen, if you really didn't know what you were doing, and let's say you're struggling, these are the fundamentals that you need to know what to do. And it's one, we already know about spacing, but like I said in my video earlier yesterday, you don't even have that, right? Again, I said once again, some of you audits don't know basketball. PG has to set the tone. You see a difference when you're playing with a guard. And for the ones, and I always find it very funny, and I just struggled with my words right there because I'm talking so fast. I always find it very funny when people try to say, oh, well, just like I remember that ADP guy said, oh, well, you're talking about points. How about you go out there and do it? But when I went out there and did it, nobody act like it happened. And I played in the same environment that y'all played on with randoms, a group of randoms that I don't know, people I don't know. But when I was on my PG build, who was Yella Dwight's, 31 points, 9 assists, 11 of 14 from the field, 7 of 10 from 3. The other PG had 4 and 1 and 2 with 3 turnovers. Mind you, Yella had no turnovers. But when I was at the one with my PG, people act like it never happened, gang. Let's continue. I said, yo, when I play center, I get some of the worst PGs every single time. Gang, 30, what is that? 36 points, 19 rebounds. And mind you, my center had like a 70. I think 2K24, my center had like a 73 or something like that. I don't know. But he didn't have a mid-range. The PG had 6 points and 1 and 1 and 1. His man had 32. So the point of these videos, I was saying, bro, listen, this has to stop. Something has to improve. And nothing has been improving. So that's why I say the things I'm saying in my video. Let's continue. Again, we're talking about point guard. We were talking about point guards. Why point guards seem useless in random rec. Identity. I talked about all of this stuff. And we even played the positions. Pause. But you know what y'all did? It never happened to y'all, right? Meaning the video, you never saw the video. So at this point, when Jamie talk about these and stuff in his video in the title, he just hating just to hate. How? If I made these videos for change and improvement and things just got worse and worse and worse, then people, again, and again, the ones that are putting these comments of defending these players, you're not the like it doesn't surprise me, and that's why it doesn't really like I don't really care because people always tend to say, "Oh, well, how about you play the position?" Well, I do, and I went for 33 and 20 with randoms. Actually, no, this game I was playing with T, right? That was a squad rep game, right? But my whole point is when people always try to say, like, well, how about you do this? How about you do that? I go out there and I make it happen. And people never will own up to, well, we got to give you your props on that. And nobody's saying you got to get props on winning a random rec game. But if I have an argument and I'm stating my points in my videos and y'all are sitting there telling me, oh, you're just yapping, or some of y'all don't even, one, y'all don't even make content. Y'all have no footage or evidence of what you're talking about. Me, I do, right? Because people tend to say, well, this is what randoms. I said the solo rec center experience as is an all-time low. Lack of fundamentals. Once again, which 2K26, the same thing. It's lack of fundamentals. Y'all know I don't rock with 2K. That's why I don't stream it like that. That's why I don't really play it like that. Right? But for the ones who are probably gonna say like, oh, well, anybody could do that and run rec. I did it in Proving Grounds. I mean, at this point, my point because people kept saying like, oh, but anybody could do it in rec, do it somewhere else. Proving Grounds, we did it. It's the same thing. Same thing with randoms. Had 20 and 27. Won the game. Player of the game. Right? Did it in rec. 27 and 20. I mean, what was the excuse? And this video was from last year. And shout out to the 32 real people that respected this video because I'm showing y'all the proof. I'm not just gonna get on here and just say, man, yeah, you old heads are horrible. I'm gonna say why y'all are horrible. You lack fundamentals, in my opinion. Yes, I feel this way. You don't have to. Maybe you have a different experience, but I feel this way because I made these videos, right? Yes, some of y'all are, well, bro, you gotta understand not everybody's like that's an old head is that bad at the game. We understand that. But you wanna know why I put old heads in the title? Because I knew you were gonna click on it. And I wanted y'all to see this so things can get better. That's the point. I want you to see it, right? Because I'm tired of having to have these same conversations that I've been making videos on. Again, people again in the comments, you're complaining, right? You complain about everything, Jay. They said you complain to look at these guards. Zero impact. PG on my team, 2 points, 7 assists, zero stops, C plus teammate grade. Would I have an A, 22 and 19? But again, when people say these things, what do? I show up. Meaning I show you, listen, you're wrong, and I'm gonna show you why you're wrong, right? Again, we could talk about again PG. We've been there, done that. People kept saying, "Oh, you keep talking about point guard, but you only showed the screenshot." Where was the in this video? I did a whole, I showed the whole game. So it was like everything that y'all kept asking me to do, I went out there and I did it in the videos, right? And people still keep thinking like I'm just talking just to talk when the proof is on my channel. Stop questioning me about point guard footage. Showed the footage. Went out there, had 20 with again with randoms, 20 points, 14 assists, 3 steals. And you know what's funny? What's funny is this. I told people because people kept saying like, "Oh, like bro, like nah, you go out there and play PG with randoms because you think it's so easy." And I told you, bro, I'm gonna be able to go out there and do it because I play both ends of the court, no matter what build it is, right? And look at the other PG. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do anything. But I told y'all about how I feel about guards, right? To me, if you have no guard play, it's gonna be a long game. The only way you're gonna have a chance of if your guards are not there, if your center have like a 33 and 30 or 30 and 20 type of game, right? Or so, like it's gotta be have like a high game or the power forward gotta hit like 9-3 or something like that. But the point is, I made these videos to see a change, and things just got worse, worse, and worse. So when I come back and I see, yo, this is still that we're having the same problems, I'm gonna talk about it because it needs to be talked about. And yes, when in my experiences, when I experienced on NBA 2K26, because I had access to it, majority of the problems were grown men who are struggling at the basic fundamental stuff, right? I keep telling y'all, bro, just stop making the center position because people don't have fundamentals. And what's funny as well, just like how when I said I was gonna be able to, make it happen at the PG with randoms, because we're not talking about being elite at the game. A lot of people were saying the same center build that y'all see in the background was that build too slow. That build too like all people were saying all of this stuff, and I didn't care what they were saying because I knew the type of play style I had, right? But y'all seen everything. Let's talk about centers once again and why most are struggling. Me explaining this stuff to y'all. Have 14 and 27 there. T had 20 that game, right? We can go back to 2K24. I said, bro, and this is before 25 came out. I said, bro, NBA 2K25's court size won't make a difference due to the players on the game. Was I right or wrong on that? Let me ask you that question. Well, I don't even got to ask the question because clearly I was right. Because people still don't have the fundamentals of spacing. Like, even if they made the court size bigger, you still gonna have some dummies just crowd the lane. It's just stupidity, bro. But I was making these videos. And see, that's what I'm saying. This is why I feel the way I feel. Because y'all weren't making these videos, right? I was. Why was I making them? Because I cared and I wanted to see change. Nothing got any better, right? In this video, I'm not even a natural PG on the game. It's called effort and understanding your build. Again, my PG build had 27 points and 19 assists. But guess what? This never happened as well. You see what I'm saying? Like all of this stuff that I have showed and said, people act like stuff never happened, bro. And I'm not a natural PG either. I'm really not a PG. Like when I said it, I'm not a point guard at heart. That's not the position that I would want to play. I'm not. I don't like having to run that position, right? Um. Now I know how to do it, random rec things like that because it's fundamental stuff. Like I told you, the rec mode is fundamental. It's basic stuff, and that's what's sad about majority of it. Like some of y'all lacking that. It's basic stuff right here. 2K players need to stop lying about their builds on the game because people kept saying like, oh, like my build can't do this. Meaning I was dealing with on 2K24. People were saying, oh, my build don't have this. Cap, it did. You just didn't know how to utilize it, right? And I did not like this game either. I did not. But the point is, I was still making these videos showing and explaining my points. I wasn't just posting things on Twitter saying, bro, y'all are the worst, y'all are the dumbest people, and make no content, make no videos. It's not what I was doing. Again, point guards. How many excuses? Again, point guards in the rec need to stop lying about this on 2K24. Now, on the screen, this PG said that he is not a scorer. He's a pass first. In my opinion, he's an ass first. Like and that's nothing to like. I cannot stand when y'all tend to say that because to me, it's an excuse on you don't know how to utilize your build the proper way. So you're gonna say, "Oh, I'm a pass first player." You're not. In my opinion, you ass first because you don't know what you're doing. But you see what had to happen? The center had 23 and 34 and 10, and I think Cody 12 for 23, 7 to 10 from three. Like people had to play out their minds to win. The power four had 26. Like, but my point is, it shouldn't have to be all of that. You should have the PG should be able to make a somewhat of an impact. A center with zero identity is a nightmare in random rec. Gang, we lost the game, right? Look at what my PG Yellow did. 22 points, 13 assists. What was that? 8 of 13 from the field, 5 or 9 from three. The center has 6 points and 15 rebounds, right? What are we talking about? But again, y'all are sitting here. That's what I'm saying. A lot of y'all are new here. Y'all don't know me. Y'all don't know the type of videos I have made because y'all just looking at the title and going straight to the comments. But if you were to see the videos I have made, and I have explained this stuff numerous times, for the ones who thinking I just post negativity, gang, I literally was trying to help people. I said, look, stop spamming steals, just guard your man. I was doing episodes on 2K24, bro. Trying to help people. Did it work? No, people still making the same dumb mistakes. What did I just say? It's not about being good, it's about efforts. Pretty much. I was making these videos though, by the way. And then somebody said, nah, bro, you don't get it. the pass first and combos is something. I said, you know what, let's test that out. So what did I did? I went to random rec again. I got on my PG, the same guard that y'all told me, oh, go out there and play guard. You know so much. You talking so much. The pass first style versus the combo guard style. So the pass first style PG in this video had 6 points and 5 turnovers and 4 assists. And you want to know why? Because what did I tell y'all? If you're just going to throw backdoor cuts all game, it's obvious. So guess what my PG had? 30 points, 16 assists, and 6 steals. But everybody acts like I never made these type of videos. I'm like, bro, that's the stuff that really kind of irritates me with some of y'all comments. Y'all be just looking at my title and y'all pause when I say that because that sounds kind of crazy. Y'all just look at the title and y'all just go to the comments. Y'all don't know the stuff that y'all are typing is wrong because you're giving randoms excuses. But if I, for example, let's swap this real quick. Let's say I played like how the PG played that we were guarding, like that, like how the pass first PG played. Let's say how I played like that, and my man had 30 on me and 16. Would y'all give me them excuses? Hell no, you would not. You would call me. You would be like, bro, you only had 6 points and 4 assists. But when I'm making videos on the people out there that still can't do the fundamental stuff, and I'm saying, yo, look, you can't just. That's why the video of it's not 2005 anymore. You got to do more than just one thing. People still didn't understand that one. But this is a prime example of it. The same pass first PG, C plus teammate grade, ain't do nothing but had led the game in turnovers. Well, him in the center tied with the game in turnovers. While my guard had 30 and 16 and 6 steals and 1 turnover. 12, 14, 6 and 6 from 3. But let's continue. And I even tried to make this video as another example. The thing rec players are missing is comp effort, bro. And what I mean by that is, again, you don't have to be the best player. If you don't know how to, if you know, like, yo, I'm not the best at this build I made, just give effort. I mean, give effort. Right, right here. I'm talking so fast. Right here, I was on my shooting guard, Cody, and they put him at PG. And I was running with T and Midnight this game. And I understood that Cody's not a point guard. So what do we do? Go in the game with effort. But you know what? Cody was the most impactful player on the court. 11 points, 3 rebounds, 15 assists, 9 steals. T did have 26 and 4. But for a player that's playing out of position, having 11, 15, and 9 with not with randoms, with 2 people that he knew, right? That's the definition of comp efforts. But again, I was making these videos. Why make a PG just to sit in a corner? You randoms are terrible. Prime example, this PG this game. Sat corner all game. Wasn't doing nothing. He had 2 assists sitting in the corner. I had to play PG that game. My PG build yellow, 24 and 10 and 4. But again, y'all don't get it, bro. Nobody should have to deal with this on NBA 2K24, the worst experience. Look at the PG. And look at the center. But y'all telling me I'm just complaining just to complain? You've never seen my content. I literally I made these videos to say, oh, look, this has to stop. And it got worse, and worse. And then I know a lot of y'all right now like, bro, well, at this point, we don't care, but we people gonna say, well, at this point, 2K has bigger problems. And it's more than just the people that play the game. We have a cheating problem. Oh, you're talking about the stuff that I called before the game even came out? You're talking about when I made this video, it sounds like NBA 2K26 will be ran by cheaters once again. 2K community, this is on 2K. I dropped that video July the 13th, 2025, before the game came out. But you know what people did? It never happened. Jamin never said anything, right? And then I want to say this before I get out here with this video, bro. This guy puts a comment, still is talking about, oh, you shoot with the button. Bro, it doesn't really matter to me. And I explained that in my last video. But to say, well, Better Beast would drop y'all off. Gang, do you not understand? And this is not glazing. Better Beast is a former professional 2K player. He's dropping majority of the people on this game off. And that's not glazing. It's a fact. Clearly, he has an advantage over people because he used to play professionally. But bringing up Bear the Beast in a video to where I was talking about a random who couldn't do fundamental things is kind of crazy to me. Because it's like, oh, well, let me think of somebody, even though you're writing this video, Jay, let me think of somebody that, who's older, but he could drop you off. Like, dang, he used to play the game professionally. I would hope so, right? But like, what did the video have anything to do with Better Beast? And I rock a Better Beast. So I have no problem with Better Beast. But it's like y'all just try to bring in and move the goalposts. I don't get it. Then this guy right here says it's a game, enjoy it for what it is. And talking about hopefully you get old and being serious. So you got again, you looked at the title and you like, yo, this dude's had old heads in his title. I'm gonna go right to the comments. But again, you don't know the videos I've made on my channel to where when you say it's a game, enjoy it, you can't enjoy it for the last couple of years because the videos I've been making, clearly it's been the same problems. And shout out to Big Sis, by the way. She said it's not a game, motherfuckers be trash on this shit. Motherfuckers need to learn they builds or get off the game. Tired of y'all making it okay for these folks to be trash. And that's another thing too. And I feel like that's another reason why people play the way they play, because it's like we're to this point to where, well, that's the standard of random rec. People just gonna do nothing. Like what? But if I were to play like that, y'all have a different type of energy. Y'all have a different type of tone. All of a sudden, y'all gonna call out how many rebounds and stats. Y'all answer gonna change, bro. This video is stupid. Even if he's trash, you crying about him ain't no better. If he's playing defense, at least that is something. Well, guess what? He didn't play defense. So now what? So the video is stupid because I, again, pointed out an issue that's been a problem for years that's still an issue. And again, shout out to Big Sis once again. He was trash. You're trying to convince someone who wasn't making no impact on the team. Exactly. And again, another excuse. Not every old head grew up hooping, and you young bucks are just as guilty. The only thing that needs to be understood is majority of NBA 2K community are casual basketball fans, not real hoopers, young or old, doesn't matter. What you have to understand is you don't have to grow up hooping to understand fundamentals in basketball, bro. It's obvious. If you go sit in my career, you'll figure out what to do. I mean, it's clear as day. You know what I'm saying? But people don't do that no more. They go, like I said, they make a build, they go straight to the rec and they kill the online experience. They don't learn to build, they don't do none of that stuff. And again, another excuse. So basically you're saying, oh, Odhead shouldn't buy the game. I mean, if you look at his matchup in the beginning of the vid, they're kind of similar. Now, why he didn't look as good, I can't answer that. But you also know not everyone is great at this game. I'm not great at the game. You don't have to be great at this game. But hold on, haven't y'all told me multiple times, like you content creators be having a high ego? But y'all talking about great. When have I ever said I was great at the game? You don't have to be great at the game. Just do your job. Just do the fundamental stuff. And again, this is another excuse. Well, maybe he didn't want to get iced out the game. No, maybe he didn't know the fundamentals of his build. It's like y'all always had a book of excuses, bro. And again, I still had this in there from what I dealt with earlier. I'm keep this as a reminder. This is what I dealt with yesterday. This is the experience. And these are grown men. But wait, Jamie, wait. You're gonna have a lot of these people out here still, you're complaining and who cares? Why does it matter, bro? When we talk about playing with randoms and all of those videos that I have made over the last couple of years, do you see what I have been able to do when playing with randoms? The same environment that y'all claim is, well, it's tough. Like, well, the videos I was making, and some of y'all probably thought I was yapping. Clearly, when I go into the random rec, I know how to make an impact, no matter if it's 1 through 5, right? I told y'all when all of that. Oh, well, you're saying this, but you've never done that. Gang, we've done it multiple times. I told you if I'm playing center, you're not going to see me with no 2 rebounds, 5 points. Like, and this is not even everything that I like. I have a lot, but I think I got some 2K22 stuff where I had a shooting center. But like, you're not going to see me out there and I'm not doing nothing. 30 and 20 this game. Look at the PG. Let's run this back real quick. PG that game had 16 and 10, right? We had 21 and 20 with 5 blocks. This game we had 30 and 20. Won the game pretty much. PG had 6 points and 5 assists, 2 for 10, right? The other center had 10 and 8. What did the other center this game have? He had 3 and 8. So 3 and 8 this game, 10 and 8 that game, right? Clearly, all of the videos I were making, I had some points in my argument because I'm able to go out here with randoms and get it done and make an impact. And we're not even talking about winning every game. We're talking about making an impact. Okay. That's what we're talking about. Clearly, I'm not just yapping. If I could show y'all what I was able to do, all the things I was trying to talk to y'all about, right? 33 and 20. Another game. And the PG that game, what do you have? I think the PG did decent that game. 23 points, the dude had the shooter guy at 7, T at 7 and 6, right? We really played through me that game. Power 4 did his job as well. But this game, PG had 12, 5 for 13, 28 and 24. The other center 6 and 3. Now let's swap this real quick. If I had 6 points in 3 rounds, would y'all be okay with that? Would y'all say, well, not everybody's great at the game, whoop de whoop? No, y'all would not have done that. Y'all would have said, bro, your man had 28 and 24 on you. That's what y'all would have said. That's what y'all would have done. But because it was me that done it, now all of a sudden it never happened. Let's continue. Again, when we talk about playing point guard, once again, 20 and 14, right? Three steals, did have 4 turnovers, but we made an impact, played the role, right? The other PG, 4 points. He ain't do nothing. Yeah, he had 4 steals, but he ain't made no impact really. Um, another game we played PG had no shooting guard, right? 16 and 11, 5 steals. The center had 10 points and 9 rebounds. Like, bro, all of this stuff of y'all don't think, and I'm just talking just to talk is crazy to me. 19 and 21. Oh, well, Jamin, anybody could do that in the rec. Well, proving grounds, 24 and 23. I mean, it's like, how many examples do I have to show, gang? The other center, 11 and 13. Another performance. 22 and 31. The PG had a D plus, 4 points and 12 assists. And y'all sitting there telling me I'm just complaining? Come on now. We got to be honest here, bro. And for the ones who are probably thinking like, oh, you probably had the most shots. We had the second amount of most shots, and we were efficient as well. And by the way, this same center, he had a mid range. The one I had on 24 didn't have a mid range. He had a 3. This one had a mid range and a 3. But you clearly can see my point of an impact was made. The PG didn't do nothing that game. So what did I do? 22-31, right? My center Richie was going crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I think I just showed y'all this. Or no, this is another game. 20 and 31. So that game right there was 22-31. Another game, 20 and 31. These are what randoms. Look, it's a different group of people every time I flip the page, bro. Different group of people. Randoms. Randoms. That's why I feel the way I feel in my videos, bro. Another Proving Grounds game. I think I just showed y'all this. 22 and 18. The PG, 5 points. 2 for 7. But what did I do? Make an impact with my center, right? Like 18 and 27. The other center, 0 points, 11 rebounds. But let me guess. Well, he did have 11 rebounds. He had 0 points at arguably the most important position on the floor. But you see the difference? 18 and 27? Like, another game, 11 and 11. What did I have? 33 and 19. Impact is made. All of them videos I was making, clearly, like I said, it's not like I'm just yapping. If I was able to go out here with randoms myself and make an impact, 30 and 15. I mean, 2-4 from 3 that game. It's like, bro, look at the other center, 10 and 9. Look at the PG on my team this game, 5 and 6. PG from this game, 8 and 1. What are we talking about? 33 and 17. Is that the same screenshot? Yeah, that's the same one. We had 33 and 17. We was 33 points, 17 rebounds, 15 to 18 from the field, which is efficient. 3 or 5 from the 3-point range with 0 turnovers on a center that was 7'1", 260. With a PG with 5 points and a 7 assists. Went out there and still got it done. This game, 23 and 20. You know what I'm saying? Like the other center, 2 points and 12 rebounds. Y'all don't, bro. I'm tired of talking in circles, but y'all see the impact that I was able to make. 3 for 3 from 3 point range that game. 3 for 3 from three. Um, 17 and 30. Like, bro, and I lost this game too, by the way. This PG was 1 for 10, 0 for 4. No impact. Played no defense. And he had AI. We put up 17 points and 30 rebounds and still lost. Other center had 7 points and 9 rebounds, and he won the game. Bro, we can go back to 2K23. 26 and 20, 26 points, 26 rebounds, 10 assists. Impact was made. Like, y'all gotta stop talking to me about I don't know. I'm just saying these things because when we talk about random rec, I've made multiple videos trying to fix the problem, trying to improve things. That's the point of me doing breakdown videos to try to fix what's really going on. And it's fundamental stuff that I've been saying, but it's still a problem. 28 and 24 this game. Like, I mean, it just the point is I was making an impact, bro. Y'all see that already. I think I've already showed you that right there. 22 and 13 as a PG. Again, all of this talk about, oh, well, you've never done it is bullshit. Done it multiple times. And once again, like I just to prove to y'all, that video was made before the game even came out. It's right there for you. I literally called the game was gonna be ran by cheaters 6 months ago. But you know, what y'all probably gonna do is probably not care, and that's just what it is. At the end of the day, nobody. All I'm saying is this is why I feel the way I feel about the things that I'm saying in the videos, right? Because people tend to think I just wake up on the wrong side of the bed and just hate people for no reason, and I don't hate nobody. What I dislike and what I do hate is how this game, right? Knowing I really don't rock with this game, knowing I'm really tired of talking about the same stuff, we're having the same experiences. Well, I'm seeing the same experiences that I've been talking about when it comes to the rec mode for 2 3 years now. That's what I hate and dislike because sometimes you can't even, especially when you have access to the game, like you just want to chill and see what's going on. You can't even do that. But this video had to be made because some of y'all just need to understand my point and why I feel the way I feel. Other than that, you already know the vibes, man. Glove Motion All 2026. I'm gonna talk to y'all soon, man. And it's your boy Jim, and we signing out, man. Peace, y'all.